John down here, and I'm coming to you live from my home. And so today is the first day of the NBA Finals. Um, the San Antonio Spurs versus the New York Knicks. Now, me and Sean Sanders, we had a very spirited debate about this, and so I think New York's going to win it in 4 because they have Karl Anthony Towns, they have Jalen Brunson. I think they have a deeper deeper bench than San Antonio. I think San Antonio, all they got really going for them is Victor Wimby, and the way you take out a big man, you get him into foul trouble early. And I just don't think they have the perimeter shooters or the physicality that is necessary to win a NBA championship. Now, I could be wrong. Prime's picking San Antonio. I'm picking New York because I also believe in Danhausen's curse. So, and I think, the curse is undefeated, and I think that the Knicks will win their first championship in 53 years. I just think this is the right time. They're not going to get another chance, to do it because I think San Antonio is only going to get better. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to get better. I think in the East, Boston's always going to be Boston. And then you got to really wonder if this is New York's best window of opportunity, And what's up, Primetime Sean Sanders? Glad to have you on. Sean, you and me are both feeling like absolute dog shit today. I'm still recovering from the stomach flu. Today is actually like the first day that I have not been throwing up or shitting my brains out. So I'm feeling a ton better. Also, regarding JBCW, now I've gotten a lot of heat and a lot of flack for giving Matt Storm opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And this is going to be his final opportunity at the JBCW Championship because it's going to be a fatal 5-way ladder match next Wednesday. And what's up, Sway Perez? Glad to have you on, man. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that bell notification. That way you know when I'm live. And what's up, Chiliana? Glad to have you on. Glad to have each and every one of you here. And so big shout out to you guys. Click like and sub to everyone who's in the chat. And JBCW will be live tonight. And yeah, Prime, that's the other lingering question. Can Mike Brown finally win a NBA championship on his own? He won one as an assistant with the Golden State Warriors, and he couldn't do it when he had LeBron. Okay, remember, Mike Brown was LeBron's first coach. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I think, Mike Brown has the deeper team. He has the deeper bench. But the real question is, will Donovan be able to play? Because that one of their key players for the New York Knicks, I think, broke his pinky. So I don't know if he'll play game 1. I mean, he'll definitely probably play games 2 or 3 maybe. What's up, Sly Cooper Rocks? Glad to have you on, man. And Sly, when's Carmita going to be available, man? When? Like, the women's division needs Carmita in JBCW. But I digress. Now, I'm switching topics on you guys. I'm moving towards the Major League Baseball. Gonna talk some baseball now. My Braves beat the Toronto Blue Jays. Ronald Acuna Jr. is starting to look back in form. Our pitching hasn't really looked that well. And I'm really wondering if the Braves can win 60 games, or will they just be like a wild card, team that just sneaks in to the wild card? I mean, right now we're leading the NL East, and again, Thanks to everyone who is in the chat. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hit that bell notification, hit that subscribe button. That way you guys can help me get monetized, because I would love to do this for a living. I would love to just be able to wake up, turn on the old PS5 and live stream for you guys and get paid for it. That way I can provide for my family, but also give you guys great and better content. That way I can get more games like Subnautica. Yes, I've been watching Markiplier play Subnautica 2, and I'm like hooked on it. Like, I want to get the game. I want to do it on my channel and, you know, entertain the masses. But, you know, like the Mets spent all that money. The Mets spent all that money, and New York is absolutely dog shit this year. And let's talk about the Tampa Bay Rays, man. Like, Tampa Bay is beating the pants off of the Yankees, and they just lost a series to Baltimore. Baltimore's starting to look like them old selves, because it's only maybe 4 seasons ago that Baltimore was a 100-game season. I mean, sorry, a 100-game winning team. And Baltimore hasn't won a World Series since the 1970s. So, as someone who is from the DMV, I would love to see Baltimore win a World Series, but I also kind of want to see my Braves win another World Series. So, but. And Monk J says, I say football better. I mean, it all depends. If Baltimore can weather the injury bug, and if their pitching can come together at the right time, if their hitting can come together at the right time, Baltimore could make a splash in the playoffs. They're in 3rd place in the American League standings, in the American League East. So, but the team that absolutely scares me is the Chicago White Sox, because they have Murakami. Murakami is that pitcher and hitter from Japan that everyone was trying to, you know, wine and dine and sign, and the White Sox got him. What happened to the Nationals? Good question. Let's see here. The Nationals got old. Steven Strasburg retired. Bryce Harper left. Juan Soto left. So, I mean, Juan Soto was a part of that World Series winning Nationals team, and then he took his talents to New York. He went to the Yankees, then he went to the Mets. So, and plus bad ownership is what happened to the Nationals. I mean, the Nationals are like the Oakland A's. Well, okay, that's actually an insult to the Oakland A's, because the Oakland A's are actually playing some really good baseball this year. Nick Kurtz is a favorite to win the home run derby. And also, big shout out to Frostbite for giving me that bit of information. I didn't realize that until I actually did some research on Nick Kurtz. And the dude is an absolute stud and beast. I left my pantry open. Hold on. What's up, William Styles? Glad to have you on. Big shout out. At this point, I would rather see Bryce Harper retire. He's like, what, 34, 35? He's much older. What's up, Jesse Jackimer? Glad to have you on. We got the Intercontinental Champion of JBCW in the chat. Glad to have you on, man. And also, big shout out to JWE. You guys should really check that out. And also, like I was saying, Harper just can't stay healthy. In recent years, he's been a little banged up, nicked up. So, I mean, Harper can still hit home runs, but he's aging, and his window to win a World Series is closing. Like the Phillies, the best chance for the Phillies to have won a World Series during this window was back in 2021, and they didn't. That's another future Hall of Famer who will probably get into the Hall of Fame without a ring is Mike Trout. Mike Trout should have left the Angels. Mike Trout should have followed Ohtani to the Dodgers, because you're not going to win a ring while playing for the Los Angeles Angels. I'm sorry. Look, as much as I can appreciate you wanting to be loyal to one team and one team only, that team has not done right by you. They haven't built a their pitching is absolutely garbage. And plus, on the flip side of that, you can't stay healthy worth a damn because it's almost every other season Mike Trout's been injured. So, just saying. Just saying. And same goes for San Diego, with Francisco Tatis. He can't seem to stay healthy. Same with Manny Machado, who wasted his best years in Baltimore. But now we're shifting gears now. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk some good old foosball, as Bobby Boucher would say. So, the big news, everyone probably knows about it now, is Myles Garrett is now a Los Angeles Ram. Sean McVay is trying to convince Aaron Donald to come out of retirement. Donald retired 2 seasons ago in 2024. Can you imagine just for a second, that Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett on the same defensive front? Oh my God, that'd be absolutely terrifying. If Aaron Donald comes out of retirement, that's a big if, because Donald has said lately that he just doesn't have the drive to come back. He's not addicted to come back. He doesn't want another Super Bowl ring. Did Atlanta pay Drake London? Because, here's the thing. The Falcons need to trade Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts needs to come to Kansas City because Travis Kelce is going to need a partner to help out Patrick Mahomes. And I'm still shocked that Patrick Mahomes is scheduled to start week 1, that people are already saying that he's going to start week 1. How the hell do you come back from an injury like his and start week 1? This kid is a freak of nature. Yes, he's a 3-time Super Bowl winner and a 2-time NFL MVP. But my God, you do not come back from a leg injury like that as quick as you do without cutting some corners. He has to be doing something. If he's rehabbing right, I get that this is revenge mode Patrick Mahomes. Okay, he got absolutely embarrassed by Philadelphia in that Super Bowl. Then he got hurt. Now this Kansas City team is getting the band back together. They brought back Eric Bieniemy. Steve Spagnuolo got his defense. He got some really good defensive players in the draft. You still got Chris Jones. You got Travis Kelce. You still got Xavier Worthy, who for all intents and purposes is actually doing the one thing the Chiefs need right now. Xavier Worthy is staying out of the media, staying out of jail, unlike another wide receiver the Chiefs have. Can we just go ahead and release Rashee Rice? This kid is a problem child. He is another Terrell Owens. He can't seem to stay out of jail. And how stupid are you to where you need surgery and you're going to go ahead and puff, pass, smoke a little weed and violate your probation? And now you're in jail for 30 days, missing key OTAs and not having the recovery that you need. Project Mythology, I have not released a new song yet. I have not. And yes, I saw that Caleb Williams is on the cover of Madden 27. Oh, the Madden curse is going to curse the Chicago Bears, the Bulls. It used to be 2 of the greatest teams in all of sports, the Bulls, the Bears, and now both are in mediocrity. But I think Chicago, if Caleb Williams can stay healthy and ball out, I think the Bears take that division away from Detroit, Minnesota, and Green Bay. But here's the problem. Minnesota's gotten better. Minnesota went out and got Kyler Murray, and apparently Kyler Murray is jiving with the Minnesota coaching staff to where he's beating J.J. McCarthy right now. And the fact that you now have a dual threat quarterback in Kyler Murray, you still got a decent running game, you still got a decent defense, and you still got one key element, Justin Jefferson. It's going to come down between Chicago and Minnesota. And you're like, but John, what about the Lions? I don't know if Jared Goff can pull a Sam Darnold and lead Detroit to its first ever Super Bowl. Okay. They have regressed. They have regressed since that one good season under Dan Campbell. And that's a tough division team to play in because you got the Packers who have Micaiah Parsons, who's running roughshod over enemy quarterbacks. Exactly. And now going, also, by the way, guys, click like and sub to Project Mythology. That's my good buddy Davin. And also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to feel some good energy, if you want to have some good energy in your life, you got to try Dubby. Dubby is absolutely amazing, and it makes you feel good. It gives you that little burst throughout the day. Dubby is not a sponsor, but you can get 30% off your Dubby order if you check out Project Mythology's YouTube channel. He has a code, and he'll be able to actually help you guys get that Dubby. And what's up, Priya Bazaar 2203? Glad to have you on. Now, about the Commanders and the Giants. I think the Giants are going to take a step forward if Skibo and Dart stay healthy. Yes, I've seen Apothecary Diaries. Yes, I've seen that. I watch anime. I've seen Apothecary Diaries. It's absolutely amazing. Both Diggs brothers are released right now. I think Stephon Diggs would make a great addition to Kansas City because I don't think Rashee Rice is going to be with Kansas City past the July 1st designated for assignment date. I think Rashee Rice is going to be cut or released because this kid just can't seem to get his head out of his ass. And what's up, Beasties Goat? Glad to have you on. I think the Giants' record is all going to depend on how Skibo and Dart do and how John Harbaugh does coaching the Giants. I think Jackson Dart has probably alienated some of his fellow players by going to that Trump rally, which me personally, I would not be associated with our retard in chief. And I apologize. I'm not trying to be derogatory. I just can't stand Donald Trump. I think he's a complete and total idiot. But that's just me. And I try to keep politics out of my realm here. But I think that was a bad decision by Jackson Dart. I think the Commanders' record, if Jalen Daniels stays healthy, if Scary Terry McLuhan stays healthy, I think the Commanders could win the NFC East. But the only thing standing in their way is the reigning, defending NFC East champions back-to-back, the Philadelphia Eagles, who are going to probably tank this year. That way they can get the number 1 overall pick to try and get Jalen Hurts some help. Yes, they got Malachi Lemon, the wide receiver from USC, not UFC. And I think Nick Sirianni is a dumbass. I think the only reason why the Eagles even won that Super Bowl is not because of the offense. It was really because of Saquon Barkley and that defense. Because Jalen Hurts, yes, he won the MVP, but it was because Jalen Hurts didn't make a mistake. He didn't throw any interceptions in that ball game. And I agree with you, Primetime. I think the Steelers shouldn't have signed Aaron Rodgers. Because you had Will Howard, you had Mason Rudolph, who could be the starting quarterback, but you also have to look on the flip side of that. Mason hasn't taken advantage. Thank you, Prime. I'm glad someone feels the same way I do. But again, I think that the Steelers, this isn't 2010. Okay, Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers aren't going to win the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is an average quarterback now. And plus the Steelers really don't have any good wide receivers. They let George Pickens go to the Cowboys. They traded him. And, you know, the Steelers haven't had a consistent wide receiver since Hines Ward. They haven't had a good tight end since Heath Miller. And they haven't had a running game since Le'Veon Bell. So, done? Okay, thank you, Bubba's. My son finished all of his cereal. So, but I think it's going to be a very interesting season. I think Seattle's not going to repeat champions. And I think the Titans. What's wrong, Bubba's? What's wrong? What are you looking for? You looking for your monster trucks? Son of Digger's in here. He's my son's really big into monster trucks. He has a monster truck that is called Son of Digger, which is the son of Grave Digger for all of you people who where's your monster? Oh, Bubba's, no! I just vacuumed. All right, guys. Well, look. I gotta hop off here. I gotta go vacuum. So I will see you guys. Same breakdown time, same breakdown place. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that bell notification. That way I can get close to monetization. So I will see you guys later tonight in JBCW's house show live from Bluefield, West Virginia.